Closed captioning is brought to you by Insect Defend Patch. Deep free protection from biting insects.
You know, 2,000 years ago, when things were manufactured, they were all done by hand. As you can see here, there's a reenactment of a carpenter, and he's working away and he's making some agricultural implements, and he's using tools that would have been handmade, and everything else would have been made by hand, whether they were agricultural tools, furniture, the homes that were being built. So life was very simple, but people still managed to create the things that they needed so that they could have a good life. So how would you explain the presentation as you're doing it? You're making a long cast. Are you letting the spinner sink?
I'm letting it sink a little bit.
Okay. Can you feel it engage? Did it engage automatically? Because I know sometimes you have to get a spinner to actually spin.
Oh, there we go.
Perfect. Man,
He's off.
He's off.
He's off.
Well done. That was a very good long-range release. Sometimes I work to do those on camera.
Years of practice.
And notice you're reeling in average speed. You're not going real slow.
Yeah.
You're not jerking it or doing.
I like to start more with an average speed and then see what happens from there.
Yep. I find that sometimes keeping a uniform speed, different species of fish can track the lure, and then they hit it, of course, when they want it. You know, a spinner's a pretty old lure when you think of all the new plastic lures and all this stuff that's on the market. But I tell people, oh, good one.
Sorry to interrupt you.
That's okay. That's a good interruption.
Oh, yeah, nice jumper.
That a spinner is versatile because you can fish it on the surface or on the bottom.
Yeah.
So you really have a good depth control. Nice rainbow.
Beautiful rainbow.
They're known for their head shakes, rolling in the line. I'm amazed at how well they adapt to different environments, even here in Israel. You know, that it's such an important aquaculture fish. Now, notice I'm doing all the dangerous stuff. I do my own stunts, right? So this is classic if you're trying to release fish and you don't want to even touch them. So even though these are fish in a pond, there he goes.
Beautiful.
Didn't even touch him. He was about a pound.
Yeah.
So you did well there.
Thank you.
Yeah, so even in North America, and when I think of Toronto and stuff, unless they put an aquarium, you know, in the restaurant,
right.
It's still not the same thing.
Right.
Right? But here, at any of the restaurants you go, I'm very impressed.
Yeah.
So the Israeli know how to do it right.
Absolutely.
You order your fish, they go out and get it, and it is fresh.
Absolutely.
Like within 5-10 minutes, it's cooked for you. Okay, one more time. You're going to demonstrate your technique?
You're going to allow me?
Yes.
What an honor.
I'm having so much fun here.
What an honor.
I know sometimes you don't get much rain. You are a fishing machine. Are you presently employed? Are you looking for a position with fishing opportunities?
I'm always looking.
It's kind of nice, when you can actually watch them.
Yeah.
I mean, on the Dan, if you get a fish, it's like, we got to get the fishing. You can't mess around like this because there's too much stuff in the water and bushes and rocks and everything.
As any steelhead fisherman would know.
Yep. This is awesome. Look at that. You put the rod down when it wants to head shake. I'm learning a lot here. This is great.
Well, where do you think I learned it from?
Yeah. Practice.
Been watching you since I was younger, let's say.
Okay. Good. So he's not ready yet. I'm going to wait a little bit before I go down and get the hook out again.
Nicely hooked.
Yes. I like the different sizes. This guy's a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's fish in here that are even a few pounds. See if I can lift him up real quick before I release him. You can see how nice and heavy this little guy is. Again, he's good eating size, and most of the people that fish the ponds here would fish to get the fish for eating. See if I can just pop that out. Perfect.
Beautiful.
He's on the bottom, and he is back out.
Beautiful.
Okay, you know what? Watching is fun, but I'm going to try casting too. So let's both try to fish. We'll get one more, and then you know what? We'll go down on the river again.